What is up, guys? This is Marcus speaking from Wave Trader Crypto, and I would like to say hello to all the new members that just joined on Twitter and are also watching on YouTube. So yeah, guys, BTC Bitcoin. As most of you noticed, we indeed made that leg to the downside, and I've got plenty of price action and forecasts to talk about. So as usual, let's stop the waffling and let's dive into the chart. So as we can see, I have adjusted the wave count, not dramatically, but just in a way that it still makes sense. That we're still in this final correction phase. In this box, we're still in this massive demand zone, and that this leg to the downside, as I've talked to you guys about also in Telegram and on Twitter and in previous videos, that we have to be patient. Price never officially came to our daily confirmation zone previously in previous price action, because we never crossed this high over here. Now we made that leg to the downside, and the way I adjusted the wave count is the following. Instead, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. We believe that this was the final correction. Now, obviously, as we broke this low here with this huge leg to the downside, it's obviously invalid. So the way I see it right now is that this is 1, 2, and then a very extended 3 with a subwave, which is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is just wave 3, because wave 3 is always the most impulsive wave, as we know. Now, the only thing that's even a bit unclear for me, because there's several ways to look at where 4 ends, and the reason why it's quite essential to know where 4 ends is as soon as we cross from here through 4, then we know that officially the correction is invalidated and that we're indeed in a rather confirmed bullish uptrend. So the way I see it right here is there are several ways. Now one could say, okay, this is the ending because it's the lowest point. That is obvious. Now one might say, okay, this is just A, B, C, 4. That's it. And this is just a whole kind of price action, choppy movement, and then boom to the next side. But there's also other ways to see it, and it could be like like A, B, and then a shortened C. So it could be there, but it could also be, and I think that's actually the most likely scenario, that this is A, B, C, D, and E. And then this would be wave 4. This would be first wave, so 1, 2, it would be a minor subwave, obviously 1, 2, and then 3, a very short 4, and then 5, obviously. We don't know that this is the ending for sure, like I said, as soon as we crossed here through 4. So yeah, I like to take the benefit of the doubt. So it could also be here. You could also see it as A, B, A, B, C, D, and then a shortened E. That's also possible, and that this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it could also be here. But just to be sure, like I told you guys, let's do it on the safest position, which is all the way over here. It doesn't really matter if we lower it to here. It's you're just going to get just a little less profit, obviously. But what you want to do is you want to look for a correction anyway. You don't want to buy straight away when it goes through. You want to maximize your risk reward, obviously. So that is how we look at it. In case this is indeed the ending, do not sell, do not buy right now, guys, just to clear that up. And I designated this price action right here because this right here is just a massive supply zone. Obviously we're gonna get a reaction, then a impulse, and then what for me would be the ideal situation, and we get another leg down to where this impulse started. Obviously there's a lot of demand in here because we had the impulse that broke this high then, but that's just speculation for later. But that's just the way I would want to see it in order for me to open that long awaited buy order for BTC. And like I told you guys, I'm going to talk about it once more. We have that target of around 30 to 40k at least for target one. At least that's where I will hold my position. Now, the reason why I still do not think that we're going to cross through here and obviously make another leg down, and that's mainly for the new people who are watching. We'll get to the weekly, and that is because of this massive zone over here. Obviously, if we dive back into 2017, we had this massive impulse, 20k, clear correction, A, B, shorted C, 2, and then we had impulse, 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 and then here, what happened here is we crossed just a little bit through last high here, then we crossed it, and then we had this bearish candle. Then after this bearish candle we had this massive impulse for many candles to come, and this move, actually this is where it started, originated, actually fueled price all the way to 64k, as we can see right here, which means, to sum it up, is there's a lot of buy liquidity lingering here. Hence why when we came in here the first time, we had the initial impulse, which I still see as bullish impulse 1, and all the price action we are discussing right now is simply the move of what would be wave 2 correction. So that is how I see it. This zone is simply way too strong to break, for me at least. Obviously, let's say it does break, then this would be a new level, 13k, but like I told you guys, I don't even want to speculate about it because price action is just looking too confident right now for this to break. Now I want to dive back into the 4-hour zone. Is if we actually go 14 hours 15 minutes. Now this is not very clear to get a clear wave 1, 2. Now there's multiple ways to see this. Could be, you could see it like this, obviously. It's a big 1, 2, and then 3 could be basically anywhere. It could be this short wave over here, but it could also be this massive wave over here, which I would believe that this would be somewhere 3, and then we know it's 4 as soon as we cross through wave 3, obviously. So let's say this is 4, then wave 5 would be somewhere just above wave 3. Let's make it very tiny, and this is how I would look at it. Now it doesn't really matter, it's just extra confirmation to just count the waves, obviously, and just familiarize yourself with what a good bull run, and actually not a bull run, bull movement looks like. Because for me on the 4-hourly, what looks really good is that we had this massive candle to the downside, and then straight away after we came here we had this massive bullish reaction, and price is acting a little choppy right now, but that is a good thing, obviously, because this is a correction after such a strong move to the upside. Now if we look at here, we had momentum here, then we had the move to the downside, then we had momentum again, then we didn't cross, then another move to the downside, and I believe this would really fuel that breakout here, and it didn't, and it just went sideways and choppy. Now when this happened, I was fairly certain that oh, this area over here wasn't the designated or the definitive zone where we're gonna see that massive bullish run to the upside. Now, the only way we know this is going to be, and I'm going to repeat myself again, the only way we know for certain that this is indeed the final resting place of the bearish move to the upside for BTC, which has been going on for quite some time, is if we go through this zone. So yes, you can buy early, but I'm not going to recommend it. I'm going to stop talking about these risky moves because I believe a lot of you guys actually you can't handle the FOMO. So I want to protect you guys against yourselves because I know how it feels. I know how to feel for the FOMO, as I've been in this game for quite some time. So guys, just wait until we break here. Look for a move to the downside or any other price action that makes you believe that you have a good risk reward. Basically, that obviously you could place it like this. You have candle closure. You could pull all the way over here and then just drag it up to 30, 40k, etc. But it's up to you guys. I'm not going to set up the perfect buy zone because there is not. There is not a perfect way to set up your buy zone, obviously. So yeah, guys, basically sit on your hands. There's no reason to panic with this leg to the downside because we obviously already have this leg to the upside. We could go a little lower, but I do not believe that we're going to go way lower and break this low over here and just invalidate this entire structure. Now we have already crossed final Fibonacci, if I'm correct. Yes, we did. So very deep into the last Fibonacci, hence why we had such a strong reaction. And also another great thing I noticed is that we still have a 4-hour bullish divergence. As you can see right here, guys, we had this massive oversold designator on this RSI indicator, and obviously over here we're a lot lower, but on the RSI we're still above this massive oversold area over here. So that is still a great indication. And we also had it on the previous area where we believed that this would be the final resting place of the bearish movement. Obviously it didn't, but it's still in the game, which is still a very strong indication that we're going to see that bull movement. And it's just a game of patience, guys. I can't stress that enough. And yes, it's very frustrating, obviously, when you believe that something is going to go your way, and obviously it didn't. But if you look without emotions and just pure objectivity to the whole situation and the whole price action, then you know that this bull run is simply inevitable. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions whatsoever, you can always ask them in the comments. I will be more than happy to answer them. If you did enjoy this video, it would be a huge thing for me if you could like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and share it with your friends. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. I will also give some smaller updates on my Twitter, and that's it for today. Take care.